was recording in time to voices as fun as it was made out to be in your studio videos?
No,
They look pretty
a lot
entertaining,
of it
to
was
be
quite
honest.
stressful, but those
The beginning
bits.
was fun.
Like you seem to
Like-
be dancing most of the
Yeah,
time.
the thing is, like, if someone's videoing you in the studio and then there's bits where you're arguing or it's really tense, they tend to switch the camera off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it actually doesn't make it a vlog. But it wasn't like really unpleasant or anything. But it was just we felt like we put so much into it. It had to be fucking perfect, and we were really, we were really tight on it, really close to it, and very, very controlling. We didn't want to really let go of it or any of the little details that we'd figured out in our heads.
Yeah.
Still quite a painful thing, that record, because even though I feel like it's the best thing we've ever done, there's still things in it that I'm like, shit, we could have
Yeah,
done
that wasn't quite right, or we could
and
have
because we
changed
had
that.
such a clear vision of it, and sometimes you can't actually get the sounds that you actually have in your mind or that you really want. It's really hard to, and when you've got a time frame and everything, so it's actually sometimes I just find it kind of painful because
Yeah, it was
that
definitely
it
a
could have
painful
been
process.
and process of trying to find what you have in your mind and you can't kind of
When you really know what you want, it's a lot harder because you're trying to live up. You've got an expectation.
Yeah, it's kind of easy if you have you don't really know exactly what kind of sound, because it's a bit more exciting because then you can figure it out and you're not you don't have this expectation.
I just read an article about St Vincent. Like Laura's been getting into it and playing me. I just read a thing about her where she was saying she goes into the studio with she doesn't really take any songs. She goes in with really unfinished ideas, little parts of melodies and fragments, and then the producer works with her to help build them into songs. So she's got no expectation. She's going in and then you create it. So whatever comes out, you're going to be excited because it's new.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, man, I'm so jealous that she can do that. She can go in and it's an open-ended process. You're not trying to live up to anything other than just putting some stuff together until it sounds exciting, cool, and then that's your record. Whereas we've gone in, the exact film we're going, it has to be exactly this, and you can spend 2 days trying to get exactly this idea or the sound or the feel in your head, and not get there, and it's like
I'd be too scared to go in there with bits.
You could be in there forever or something.
Well, I think they work on a record for a very long time.
Right.
From the article I read, all the songs went through 3 different revisions, and I think they demoed probably the same way we demoed for our record. Actually. It sounded quite interesting, but I was just that moment of pure jealousy of the fact that it must be amazing to go in with no expectation, with not a finished concrete idea, because whatever you come out with then is exciting, and you've got a freedom.
Yeah.
And actually we're trapped by our own sort of control freak nature, but it has to be that way because we know what we want. But it's
I
it's
don't know what the
funny
next
how
one's
different
like.
musicians
I think I nearly went insane on this one, so.
It'll be a while yet.
Wow.
Back into the studio after this tour.
We might.
We want it as soon as possible. The weird thing is, despite how stressful it was, actually, we've really started to grow into the studios as a place to use. We've really got into the whole studio world, using it as an extension of your creativity.
Yeah.
Using what you can do in a studio that you can't do live, kind of thing. So we're actually really excited to get back in the studios whenever we can.
Yeah, because I think we
Some
were
new
to take
ideas.
it a bit further and maybe in a different sort of, not necessarily like a follow-on, but it's different again.
I guess you felt like the crowd has responded quite well to this record, so then you know that this is the direction that you really want to go forward in a bit more.
Yeah, I guess it's encouraging because I'd love to say even if they hated it, but the fact is that that affects you whether you admit it to yourself or not. If everyone turns around and says this is a terrible record, it's going to affect you. You're a liar if you pretend the word. And so I guess that has been really encouraging. The reaction's been really good.
Yeah, definitely.
From the public, and so
I
it
think
does.
it's definitely a grower record, so I think people definitely have to take the time.
Yeah, I guess as the tour progresses and by the time you're into the summer and stuff, people are going to really, when you're at festivals, people are really going to be getting it a lot more then.
It's definitely a record that takes a bit of time, and that's what we wanted to make. We live in an age where everything's a short term, it's a single that you're supposed to like immediately, and we really wanted to sort of keep ourselves out of that universe and make something more substantial.
Yeah.
So you have to be a bit patient with the audience. But like I said, man, England definitely. Yeah, I don't know. The reaction at these last few shows in England to the new songs has been better than in any other countries.
Sweet.
Definitely.
Yeah, and finally, I wanted to say just on the note of festivals, the last time we saw you was at I think it was 2010 at Reading. When you're on the Festival Republic stage, quite one of the smaller stages.
Oh yeah.
And you're really good back then, but now you're playing the main stage, and we saw the other day that you've even been like boosted up it a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
we got moved up. They told us we're opening it. Now we're second.
Yeah,
It's fucking amazing.
And it's like, do you feel like you're ready for that? Like the two of you just on this massive stage in front of thousands of people together. Is that daunting?
No, we're gonna fucking smash it.
It'll be best
amazing.
We've been on big, massive stages all over the world, but
but
We've
Reading
done that,
is-
that size stage and festivals in other countries
loads,
before, so we've
but
had a bit of.
it is Reading needs, and I suppose
Yeah.
it is kind of, you know, it is a big deal to us because it's
Yeah.
the festival that
Massively.
we went to. But so yeah, I'm already nervous for it, but I think we can do it. We'll pull it off. We'll be alright.
Yeah, of course we can do it.
Yeah, I like the idea of it just being us two there as well.
That's
So
what's cool about
it's
it.
gonna look really
Yeah,
funny.
exactly.
Because ain't no other band's gonna do that.
No,
at that
exactly.
Festival, just two people on stage, no tricks,
Yeah.
no fancy lights, no big show, no
Yeah.
backing track, nothing. Just two people and some big tunes.
Have you been there as like fan at Reading?
Yeah, yeah,
when you
that's
were younger.
yeah, that's the one I always went to
Yeah.
when I was 15 onwards.
It's like playing that stage is basically like one of Laura's teenage ambitions.
Yeah, yeah, no, it definitely
I'm
is.
still trying, but
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's happening, actually.
Yeah,
No,
I just
I
gotta
guess
go
you'll never
emotional.
ever. Like,
It's on the little
But I
teenage
just know
check.
that it is.
It's that.
It's definitely.
Meet Courtney Love,
No, that's
meet Dave Grohl,
done
and
Yeah, I thought you would have done that.
that. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely one of them. It was on my top 10.
are you looking forward to seeing anyone at Reading whilst you're there? Do you get to hang out and like hang about?
yeah, we're on the driving
At
time. We
the
get to sing
drive-in.
twice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
That
Oh,
would be the most. That to me is the best thing I've seen playing. Best thing. The best.
I'm not
band.
sure I've seen anything else on the day that we're on that I wanted to see.
No?
I can't think, but I suppose not all of it's been announced yet. So.
No, Reading is a bit of a myth. I don't see it as some of the lineups not that great anymore.
The
I think
day
it's
we're
losing
on
a
is the
bit.
most schizophrenic day I've ever heard.
Yeah, I think it sums up kind of English music at the moment. It's a bit like all over the place, I guess.
Quite disparate, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not always a bad thing. I mean, there was a time
Yeah.
when all the indie band, there was that heyday of sort of Kaiser Chiefs and Arctic Monkeys and Block Party and France.
Yeah.
There was this era of guitar music which all had a certain presence, certain style and sound, and it was kind of one thing. Whereas now it's fragmented,
everything,
but
yeah.
it's kind of a bit more interesting, and
Yeah.
maybe there's a bit more freedom in that because people aren't trying to cater to one scene that already exists.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet. Right, we just wanted to finally end it by when's the we've got a new single coming out, or is it out? I'm not even sure. I don't even know. Is it? Is,
Yeah, well, you know what? What is a single release anyway?
Yeah, that's what
Because
I was
there's
thinking.
kind of a lie now, isn't it?
I think it's just a way of helping to like kind of promote you. You become on
Yeah.
that song goes on the radio, and then people will be like, oh yeah, Blood Red
It's a
Cheese.
bit of a formality.
Yeah, because it's out. You can buy it on iTunes.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
but they
to-
just-
to
But
release
it's
it,
just a
to
promotion.
release it.
It's a promotional tool, yeah, of course.
But
Yeah.
still, people should buy it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people should just get the record.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a flyer. I see a single is like handing out a flyer for a show. It's
Yeah.
a flyer for your record. It's like,
But it hasn't officially come out yet. But the video just went up today.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, let's check that out later. Cool. Sweet. Well, thank you for talking to us today.
yeah, sure.
And
Yeah, cheers, guys.
enjoy the show and enjoy the rest of your tour.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.